Hi guys, it's Jacob from PopTop. I'm just here to give you an updated version of how to create your instant quote packages. From your dashboard, you navigate your way to the packages section on the left. This brings you to a bit of information about instant quote, and you can also see my email here where you can drop me a message if you think your packages are ready to be published. From here, you scroll down and click Create New. This brings you to the overview section of the packages, and you'll be able to put your title at the top here. So I'll put 3-piece band for 2 times 45-minute sets. Now, the next section is going to be choosing your category of service. So for this, I would put live music band, and then we can select up to 3 subcategories. So you're going to want to select the most relevant ones towards the package. So I can select jazz band and acoustic band. Then we can select a photo for this package. Now, this is the one that's going to first be shown, so we want it to be our most attractive and inviting one. So I'm going to select this one here, and then we can select some more photo attachments that represent this package. So I'm just going to select these 3 as an example. The next part is the description. Now this is limited to 1,000 characters, so we're going to make sure that we're keeping all of the information relevant towards the package that's being offered. So for example, how long it's for, what your requirements are, how long it takes you to set up, how long it takes you to pack down. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to put the word test, and then we're going to save and continue to make sure all progress is saved. The next part is the price. Now this is our base price for the package, so for a acoustic or jazz band, I would put 500, and then we can either select per event or per person. Per hour and per item are being removed, so I would select per event for this category. Next, we can select a minimum or maximum amount of people, so I can put it for 1 to 500 people, and then we can set different prices for different amounts of people. So for example, I can do for 400 to 500, it's a price increase of £150. Then we're going to want to save and continue, and this brings us to the extras section. Now this is where you can add little add-ons that you want to offer with the package. So for example, an extra 45-minute set, and that's priced at £150 per event. We can also select per person, per hour, or per item in this section. And then we want to select a photo to represent it and add a little description. So an extra 45-minute set. And then we save. And then at the bottom, we save and continue after adding all the extras we want to add. This brings us to the events page, which shows all the events types that PopTop offers. And we can deselect the ones we don't want to offer this package to on the left-hand side. We can add price modifiers here for increase or decrease. So I can add a decrease to a fundraising event of £50. I can add an increase to a hen party of £50. Then we scroll down to the bottom after we've added everything we want to add and save and continue. This brings us to the calendar section of the package. So what we can do here is set different prices for different days of the week. So for example, on a Monday, I might add a decrease of £50, but then on a Friday or Saturday, I might add an increase of £50 as well. The same can be done for different months of the year. So for example, in July, I might add an increase of £50, and then in January, I might add a decrease of £50. Then we scroll down and click Save and Continue. This brings us to the travel section. So the first thing we need to enter is our postcode, so we'll enter it again here just as an example. It will then bring up the different locations, so you need to select the one that's relevant, so I'm going to select this one. Then we're going to input the amount of free miles we're willing to offer with this package. So for example, if you're willing to travel 60 miles there for free and 60 miles back for free, we'd enter 60. Then the maximum amount of mileage, so I'd go for 150. And then how much we're charging per mile, so 0.45 means 45 pence per mile, which is the average. Then we save and continue. This brings us to the deposit page, where we set how much of a deposit we want, so 20%. If If it's refundable, we click this. If it's not refundable, we leave it unticked. And then we can also set how long it's refundable up until, so 7 days before the event. Then we save and continue. This brings us to the preview page where you'll be able to test out different parts. So for how many miles, we can put 150, which is our maximum mileage, for different days. So we can select maybe a Monday, and then we can try different events. So we can maybe add a stag party here. You can see the price decrease for the Monday for £50. You'll be able to see that it's a 3-piece band for 2 times 45 minutes. You can click on the image and click through the different images that you've added. And then we can click off there. You can see the price that's been calculated here at the bottom. So £81 for travel. Then it's £531 total with £106.20 as the deposit. We can select this extra to add it onto the price, and you can see that it's automatically added on. Once we think this package is ready to be reviewed and published, we click Publish Package at the bottom, and this then takes us back to the first page. Now you'll be able to add more packages by clicking that pink Create New button at the bottom.